YouTube, this is episode 4 of Pokemon. If you hear a cat in the background, I'm sorry. It's in heat. Also, I'm eating pizza. And also, I have fruit punch. I forgot to mention that. My bad. But yeah, here we go.
And now, Challenge of the Samurai!
Oh my god, it actually is this episode. I literally said in the previous episode how I think the next episode is about a samurai. And it turned out I was right.
What's wrong now?
I think I see another bug. Gross.
Maybe it's a Counterpie!
Oh my god. Weedle. Damn.
A Weedle!
She's even worse than I was.
The stinger on this Pokemon's head guarantees that any attacker will get the point right where it hurts.
Why are you so excited about a bug with a stinger? Make it go away.
You've gotta be kidding!
That voice.
You can't possibly expect a great Pokemon trainer like me to let a Weedle escape.
Don't just stand there.
I like how she hates bugs so fucking much. She hates them so much. But bugs seem to love her. Like, it's not just Caterpie, and it's now Weedle as well. Like, just bugs in general seem to love her a lot. No, like, like me, younger, I hated bugs so much. But I definitely was nothing like close to being as bad as how Misty is with bugs. Like, damn. And the reused animation, of course, as usual. Oh no, a sword in my cartoon?
Pidgeotto, watch out for its poison sting! Ha, nice work!
That's something else. Apparently okay, so I do know of this kinda, but like Poison Sting. You saw how it took its needle and it tried to basically tackle it, right? I know later on, Poison Sting works differently. Poison Sting stops becoming a physical attack and becomes a special attack. Not in game, but in the actual show. Because they start shooting out poison needles whenever they use Poison Sting. Unless they're not using Poison Sting and the dub people fucked up and said Poison Sting. Which could be the case, but yeah. And it's not even just that move. Like, there's other moves that seem to change, and not even just the animation, just in general, like the entirety of how it's used. Gust technically changed at one point. Hell, it literally changed compared to how it was in episode 1. Episode 1, it said that Pidgey was using Gust. No, it was using Whirlwind. That was Whirlwind, not Gust, but they were saying it was Gust. You could, like, the animation was like a tornado. That's Whirlwind. Because you see Gust being used later on, even now, it's not a fucking tornado that pops up out of nowhere. I don't know, it seems like a lot of moves are inconsistent from what they do, you know?
I have found you at last.
And he's dead already, again.
I am also shrewd.
Wait, that's actually his name?
Completely invincible in combat. I have been searching the forest for you.
What do you want from me?
A Pokemon.
They named him Samurai? I thought that was his title. But they actually named him like that, like that's his name, is Samurai. So in the games, in Pokemon, I think Yellow, maybe, sorry, in Gen 1, maybe Gen 2, the OG, they had it so the names of the trainers were just the description of what they were. They never had any actual names. I actually don't remember if that was the case in Gen 3. Actually, no, Gen 2 did have names, because I remember them calling you, and they actually had names. So yeah, it was just Gen 1. But yeah, like, they didn't have any names. It was just the title. So I feel like they named him Samurai because of that. Because if I remember right, wait, when did this come out compared to Red and Blue? Yeah. Okay, so Red and Blue came first. Okay, good. So I wanted to make sure. Okay. So Red and Blue came out, and I think that's literally why they named him Samurai, because of that. As like because all the other characters have names so far. I think they just named him Samurai as a reference to the actual like game or something.
Let us see who.
Even though there's no samurai in the game, but you know, it could just also be a dub thing.
Oh no! Go!
And you're trash.
Oh, that Weedle only got away because you mixed me up.
Don't blame your failure on me.
I mean, it literally is his
Pokemon
fault.
handling is dim-witted and clumsy.
It literally
What
is
do
his
you know
fault, but
about
okay.
Pokemon?
Damn.
Ash, don't you know you have to let your Pokemon rest once in a while?
Well,
Only a novice goes into battle.
It
with
was
a
fine
Pokemon.
just before, what the hell?
Your blunder will cost you dearly.
So when it came to Gen 1, I never caught a Pinsir. Ever. In fact, I caught a Scyther in Gen 1. No, I didn't catch it, sorry. I'm pretty sure I got Scyther from the place where you, the casino, basically, the game quarter. I think I got it as a prize. I don't remember. But I do remember getting a Scyther at some point in the Gen 1 game. I don't remember ever getting a Pinsir. I'm pretty sure I didn't, but I always preferred a Scyther over a Pinsir. Even though I'm pretty sure Pinsir is stronger. I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure. But yeah, I just always preferred Scyther. Sandstorm, by the way.
That's child's play. Pinsir.
And he got one shot. Damn. Does anybody know if the fact that Metapod just had that happen where it hardened, Pinsir tried to crush it, it broke its, what do you call it, pincers? Like, it broke part of it at least. Does that stay broke? Or if he returns to Nurse Joy, does Nurse Joy actually recover that Pokemon and somehow rebuild the pincer part that broke? Like, if that was the case, where is she getting the parts to fix it? Because that shit just crumbled away. And, it's not like he's gonna pick up the pincer part, you know, to take it to Nurse Joy. So I wonder if it's just permanently broke, but basically, well, actually, yeah, that would be the case because there's Pokemon that you find later on in the future that have damage done to them that's permanent, like scar or a broken something, whatever the case may be. See, I mean, yeah, I guess Nurse Joy can't repair everything. So yeah, Metapod just basically permanently crippled that Pinsir. Damn.
Metapod.
And now it's just a hard, like who gets hard the fastest or the most.
Metapod, harden.
This is a dick contest to see who can get the hard the hardest. They're basically waging each other's dicks.
More power. Metapod. Samurai's is weakening.
Harder. You're the stronger Metapod.
Harder. He's too short.
I could, but I'm riding lookout. Metapod, full
I like how
power.
they're the ones that are struggling the most. Like they're doing nothing but just saying, "Hey, get hard for me," and they're sweating from that. They're getting exhausted just from looking at their Pokemon and telling their Pokemon to get hard. Yeah, Metapod seems to have no problem with it. In fact, I'm surprised they haven't lost the PP for Harden and have to struggle. I don't even know if that's a thing in the anime, to be honest. That might just be a video game only thing to be or whatever, but I have no idea.
Boys can be so stubborn.
Yeah, see, they collapsed.
Return.
Oh, Ash won. He ran away by default, so or he ran away, so Ash won by default. My bad. It's a lot of
Beagle
Beedrill.
Swarm. Metapod, return now.
Okay,
Oh no.
yeah, I remember all that, to be honest. I remember all of this so far. So I remember, like, so far everything that's been happening. There are some small details I kind of don't remember, but again, they're small details. You can't expect to remember the entire episode beat by beat, second by second, frame by frame. Like Metapod, for example, breaking the Pinsir's, thing. I'm not gonna remember that, obviously. A small detail. I don't think it matters in the long run, but all this shit. Metapod versus Metapod. I forgot until it happened, and when it happened, I remembered. But obviously, it doesn't count. But Metapod getting stolen, kidnapped, or sorry, bug napped. That I remember. From the anime, like, so like the fight in general with him, the samurai, all that interactions. I even know what's about to happen with them, for the most part. So it's like, I remember the main shit of the episode, if that makes any sense.
Who's that Pokemon?
I wonder, is that Kakuna?
It's Metapod!
What?
Metapod.
It's Metapod? I had no fucking idea. I know they have a... Oh, there was no way they lost them that easily. Whatever. And Kakuna. I know they have a habit of deleting parts of episodes or cutting things out. I wonder if they deleted something from this episode.
A transitional stage between Weedle and Beedrill. Kakunas remain inactive
So it's a
until
nest.
they evolve into deadly Beedrills and hatch.
Over there! It's
Don't yell that out
Metapod!
loud, you stupid dumbass. And they're evil, or they're hatching. Again, you see what I mean by evolutions? That's exactly what I mean, but I said this like last episode or whatever. The way that they evolve is a lot more realistic than how they evolve later on. Caterpie evolving into Metapod, for example, literally was realistic. I loved how they did that. And the same thing just now. Yeah, they hatched from the shell. I love that. Why can't they keep that theme of making the evolutions realistic? Of, between one Pokemon and another. Like, make it realistic. But they don't. And I don't know why they did so well on those two evolutions, when they evolved. Like, the evolution animation, basically. Don't just give me a white glow and then have them change forms. Have how they evolve to their next stage be realistic. Unless it's just a bug only thing, I have no idea, but I hate that though. I like that they did this. I hate how they do it later on. They get lazy with it, I feel like. Cabin in the Woods, by the way. I was gonna say, yeah, they should be able to break that. Hang on. So they just destroyed a hole in the door, but then the next frame afterwards, the holes disappear. Is the house alive? Sorry, is the cabin alive? Because there's no way that the door should be able to immediately, instantly repair itself as if it was brand new like that. There's also no light coming in from the doorway.
I hope you've learned your lesson, novice. Your lesson
Yeah.
that Weedle escape
It
almost
repaired
cost our
itself.
lives.
Take
Also
back
bald.
that novice crack!
Your Metapod will pay for its trainers and experience. The other trainers from Pallet would never have been so irresponsible.
Other
Also wrong. So I'm going to say a couple of different things, alright? The lighting in here is as if there is zero lighting whatsoever from the outside. No windows, no holes in the doors, nothing. It's just pure darkness, okay? Second thing, we know later on that what he just said is a lie. We actually get to see, I think it was the Charmander being abandoned, which, yes, I remember that episode. I don't know how far that is, by the way, but I do remember that. I should probably... There's a lot of episodes I remember later on, but, like, they're not connected, if that makes any sense. I remember that episode that I just mentioned. I remember there being the SS Anne episode, which I liked that episode, but then I watched Poseidon, and then it's like, I don't know. It gave me Poseidon vibes, the movie, which was about, sinking after it got flipped over. It was a good movie that I remember. It's been a long time since I've watched it, but I watched Poseidon when I was really, really young, the movie. So, but SS Anne reminds me of that, and I wonder if that's actually where they got it from. Anyways, but then I also remember that there was an episode where all of the Pokemon got separated from Ash and everybody else. So the entire, I think, episode, maybe even 2 episodes, was just about the Pokemon. And they actually gave subtitles to the Pokemon because, the entire episode is just the Pokemon. And I think eventually you find out that they're at an island theme park of Pokemon, like a Pokemon theme park or something like that. I don't remember exactly if that's what it was, or maybe that's a separate episode. I don't know, but yeah, like I remember like stuff like that. But again, they're not all connected. they're not all, episode by episode. I remember Mount Moon and the Clefairies, but mainly because of Pokemon Abridged. So, wait.
And the last. Those trainers really knew how to raise Pokemon. Even though I was defeated all 3 times, I was inspired to redouble my...
So no, he did not fight Gary. Because Gary has Eevee. We see who got rid of Charmander. We never saw what happened to Bulbasaur. I don't remember. Oh, no, Bulbasaur... Yeah, we never saw what happened to Bulbasaur, I'm pretty sure. We meet a Bulbasaur who's helping a girl with other Bulbasaurs and stuff, or whatever the case may be. I'm pretty sure. I think that's the same one. And then we meet Squirtle with the Squirtle Squad with Officer Jenny. I don't know if they're from the original trainers or not, but I'm pretty sure that they might be. But if that is the case, then that means that Gary has always had Eevee. Yeah, I'll say this. The very first time that Ash finds Gary and fights him, if he has an Eevee, then yeah, that would be the case. It was always his Pokemon. So he never fought Gary. Also, why would he even run into Gary anyways? Gary has a fucking car. We literally see him drive off in the first episode. He has a car. He has a bunch of cheerleaders. There's no reason for him to be going through a fucking forest. He has the fucking road, or whatever, He could just drive where he needs to go. Oh, I think they're gonna pull like a star, draw the lines and it creates a Metapod, But no, I guess not. God damn it.
You know what Meowth's favorite game is?
Get off!
Scratch and sniffle.
Again, not now!
Yeah, literally the worst timing right now.
Never interrupt Team Rocket.
But it's gonna get louder just because he wants him to shut up.
Surrender now or prepare to fight.
Meowth, that's right.
And then, of course, they have that.
Boy,
If
why,
Ash hides,
give us your Pikachu.
they'll
There's no
go after
trying
him,
to
or go
resist
after
us, so
them,
be
if
smart
Ash
and hand
hides.
over the Pokemon.
Yeah, they were on top. All Ash had to do was just hide, make the Beedrill chase after them, chase them off, basically. Because they would be focused on what they see, which would be them. Or do that, whatever, sure, yeah. And he just did a roll. Here. Hang on. He did a roll way before Pokemon Arceus. Did Pokemon Arceus steal from Ash? Holy shit. And they ate holes in it, yep.
So there you are.
Nice.
Here, into the Pokeball, Metapod.
Metapod.
No, fuck off.
Metapod?
The fuck? Did you just use Tackle?
Metapod!
It used Tackle and
Are
it
you hurt?
broke
Are you
the...
okay, Metapod?
It broke the thing. Oh, it's evolving? Again, realistic evolutions. Also, that must be the lowest level Butterfree in existence. He caught a super low level Caterpie that if it did level up at all, it just leveled up to 6. Metapod didn't even... Actually, yeah, Metapod won one battle against a Pinsir. That was it. And that one battle apparently caused it to evolve again. So it's technically a level 7 Butterfree, assuming Caterpie was even level 5. And if I had to guess, it's probably even lower level, actually, based on all the shit that's been happening with the Caterpie before he, before it evolved. So, yeah, this is the lowest level fucking Caterpie in existence. What the hell? Or, sorry, Butterfree.
Butterfree.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
Yeah, beautiful. Say goodbye.
Butterfree. 1 week after Caterpie evolves into Metapod, it again evolves into Butterfree.
Both times they seem to evolve based on friendship and not level. Okay. How the fuck does Ash know what moves it has? It's not like he has a thing that tells him what moves that it knows. He just... I got something else I don't understand. Like, how do people know when their Pokemon learn a new move? It's one thing for the Pokemon to just use it on their own, and then the trainer realizes, oh, they have this move. Your Metapod just evolved. Okay? In fact, better yet, when Caterpie evolved into Metapod, how did Ash know that his Metapod had hardened? Not only that, but yeah, his Metapod just evolved into Butterfree. How does he know his Butterfree knows that Sleep Powder, Stun Powder, Poison Powder, all that shit, you know? What is it? Stun Spore, my bad. Like, how does he know that the Butterfree knows any of those moves? Like, in a video game wise, yeah, we just get those selections. We just know, but like realistically, how the fuck does he know that this Pokemon knows that move? Technically, it shouldn't even have those moves because it's not high enough level. Damn. I just realized they made...
to handle your Butterfree so well.
They made... Hang on.
Hey, you put all of them to sleep.
They made the pincers of the Beedrill as if they're laying on their hands resting. Like you see in a lot of like shows and stuff where they put both their hands underneath their head to like let rest on. Yeah, yeah, they did the same thing with the Beedrills. That's actually kind of funny. I don't know, funny and cute, honestly. Nope.
I'm sure it will be a most spectacular match.
Nope, they never meet each other ever again.
Just promise not to match Metapod versus Metapod again.
I feel like literally every single person that they ever meet, they never see ever again. Except for Ash's companions. Now, obviously, I might be wrong. I don't fucking know. But I'm pretty sure every single person that he ever meets, he, like, never meets again. I'm trying to think if I know any times that might be wrong, but I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think Ash ever meets, like, a random trainer, fights them, and then, like, sees them ever again. I'm pretty sure that, like, Samurai, for example, I don't think he ever sees them again. Damn, okay.
Until then, Samurai.
See ya! That's you.
Samurai, as a trainer, if Ash were to ever fight anybody ever again that's not, like, a main character, side character, or whatever, if it's just, like, a random person, Samurai is the least one I would, like, want to see. I don't give a fuck about this person at all. I don't like him as a character. I do like his helmet. But that's about it. Are we gonna see Team Rocket? Yep. I remember this.
Do you have any more bright ideas?
Dumbass. Okay, well, that was the episode. Yeah, I remembered pretty much all that. Pretty much. Boring commentary coming from a boring person with a boring voice. I am sorry. But regardless, that was episode 4. I, for some reason, thought I already uploaded episode 4 and that the last episode was episode 4. But then when I pulled up my thing, I realized, oh, wait. I didn't watch episode 4 yet. I even checked Patreon to see if I uploaded episode 4, and I'm like, oh, nope. This is definitely the right episode, and I definitely did not watch episode 4. So, my bad. I thought I did. Nope. But yeah, this is... That whole thing I just said that's gonna be for Patreon, by the way. Fuck you, YouTube. So yeah, YouTube. That was episode 4. I'm probably just gonna leave that all in, I guess. I'll probably cut out the part where I said fuck you, YouTube. Actually, no, I'll leave that in too. Fuck you, YouTube. Ha 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 ha. But no, I'm wondering how much further I have to watch until I get to parts I don't remember anything at all, or I haven't seen at all, because that episode I remembered the whole thing, and there really wasn't anything like besides the pincer breaking its pincer or whatever you want to call it. Like there really wasn't anything else. We got to see that happen where a Metapod beat that. A Metapod basically out-hardened a Metapod. In fact, Ash's Metapod was hardening so much that it caused both of them to get exhausted and pass out. Yeah. And we also saw Metapod tackling a Beedrill, breaking its pincer or its drill thing off. We saw, I think, like what, two, three Beedrills slamming their what do you call it? Their horn, the tail thing. Uh, Whatever the case may be, they shot that thing right through the door, and they pulled it back out, creating a gaping hole, and then the hole just randomly disappears. So we basically saw a real life living house, a cabin. In fact, that cabin was a Pokemon. How much do you want to bet that cabin was a Ditto? Whatever the case may be, episode 5, I actually don't remember what happens in the next episode. If there's going to be like an episode that happens before Pure City, or if it actually is Pure City. So if it is Pure City, I know what happens. We get Ash versus Brock. Brock kicks his ass. Ash meets Brock's dad. Brock's dad trains Ash. Ash pulls some anime bullshit logic where it's like, oh, I'm the main character, and beats Brock. Things that are, that is really stupid, but whatever. That I remember happening. I don't know if it's next episode or the episode afterwards, but we'll see. So until next time, adios.